Jungkook's silent rift with Jin, the hidden catalyst behind Jin's somber demeanor in Italy the moment Jin stepped onto the cobbled streets of Milan. Cameras flashed, fans screamed, and Gucci's grand event unfolded with opulence. Yet amidst the glamour, one image stood out. Jin's face, devoid of its usual warmth, carried a weight that no designer suit could conceal. Why did the global icon, known for his radiant presence, appear so visibly burdened? And more pressingly, why did Jungkook, his closest confidant, suddenly retreat from the spotlight as whispers of tension began to circulate? The question is no longer whether something happened. It is now a matter of what exactly transpired between Jungkook and Jin before the latter's departure to Italy. Observers noted that Jin, who typically engages with fans and media with effortless charm, maintained a rigid posture and distant gaze throughout the Gucci showcase. His interactions were minimal, his expressions unreadable. The contrast was stark, especially for those who have followed his career and demeanor closely. What could have caused such a drastic shift? Sources close to the situation, though not authorized to speak publicly, have hinted at a private exchange between Jungkook and Jin days before the trip. The nature of this conversation remains undisclosed, but its impact is undeniable. Jungkook, who had been active and expressive in recent months, suddenly withdrew from social media and public appearances. His silence was not just noticeable, it was deafening. Fans began to speculate. Was this a sign of guilt, regret, or something deeper? The timing of Jin's emotional shift aligns too precisely with Jungkook's withdrawal to be dismissed as coincidence. During the Gucci event, Jin's eyes often wandered, not in distraction, but in what appeared to be contemplation. His smile, when it did surface, was brief and strained. Photographers captured moments where Jin seemed lost in thought, disconnected from the vibrant energy around him. These images quickly circulated online, sparking a wave of concern and speculation among ARMY. Jungkook's reaction to the growing rumors was equally telling. While he refrained from making any public statements, his behavior spoke volumes. He was seen leaving a studio in Seoul with an unusually somber expression, avoiding eye contact and declining to respond to questions. Those who have worked with him describe a noticeable change in his demeanor, less laughter, more silence. The emotional weight he carried seemed to mirror the very burden visible on Jin's face in Italy. What could have caused such a rupture between two individuals known for their deep bond? Some insiders suggest that the conversation prior to Jin's departure involved a disagreement over personal or professional matters. Others believe it may have been a moment of vulnerability, where truths were exchanged that neither was prepared to confront. Whatever the case, the aftermath is clear. Jin's emotional state in Italy was not merely fatigue or stress. It was the residue of something unresolved. The absence of any official acknowledgement from their management has only intensified speculation. Fans are left to piece together fragments, analyzing every gesture, every silence. The lack of transparency has created a vacuum, one filled with theories ranging from internal conflict to personal disappointment. The emotional toll is evident not just in Jin's expressions, but in the way Jungkook has distanced himself from the public eye. Observers have noted that Jin's interactions during the Gucci event were markedly different from previous appearances. He avoided prolonged conversations, kept his responses brief, and often looked away when addressed. This behavior is uncharacteristic of someone who has consistently demonstrated poise and engagement in high-profile settings. The question arises, was Jin emotionally unprepared for the event, or was he carrying the weight of a personal conflict that overshadowed everything else? Jungkook's emotional response, though less visible, is equally significant. His decision to remain silent, to avoid public engagements, and to retreat from social media suggests a level of introspection rarely seen. Those close to him describe a man grappling with internal conflict, possibly regret. The emotional distance between him and Jin is not just physical, it is palpable. The implications of this silent rift extend beyond personal dynamics. Fans have begun to question the broader context. Did management know about the tension? If so, Why was Jin sent to represent the group at such a high-profile event without addressing the emotional strain? Was there an attempt to suppress the issue, hoping it would fade amidst the glamour of Milan? Or is there a deeper narrative being concealed? The emotional resonance of this situation has struck a chord with fans worldwide. Jin's somber expressions have become symbolic of something larger, a moment of vulnerability in a world that often demands perfection. Jungkook's silence, meanwhile, has become a mirror reflecting the complexity of human relationships, even among global icons. The tension between them is not just a personal matter, it is a story unfolding in real time, with millions watching, wondering, and waiting. As the days pass, the silence remains. Jin has returned from Italy, but his expressions continue to carry the same weight. Jungkook remains distant, his presence felt only through absence. The questions persist. What was said between them? What emotions were exchanged? And most importantly, can this rift be healed? Until answers emerge, the images from Italy will remain etched in the minds of fans, a reminder that behind the glamour, behind the fame, are individuals navigating complex emotions and relationships. Jin's face in Milan was not just a momentary lapse, it was a window into a deeper story. And Jungkook, whether intentionally or not, appears to be at the center of it. This is not a tale of scandal. It is a narrative of emotional truth, unfolding quietly, yet powerfully. The world may never know the full extent of what transpired, but the signs are there, etched in expressions, silences, and the spaces between words. Jin's face in Italy was not just somber, it was a message. And Jungkook's silence may be the answer we're not yet ready to hear. The tension remains unresolved, and the silence between Jin and Jungkook continues to echo louder than any statement could. Jin's return from Italy did not bring clarity, it brought more questions. His public appearances since then have been minimal, and when he does appear, the same distant expression persists. Fans have begun dissecting every frame, every gesture, searching for signs of reconciliation or further strain. Meanwhile, Jungkook's absence from key events has only deepened the mystery. The emotional disconnect between them is no longer speculation, it is a visible fracture. And while neither has spoken, the weight of their silence has become the loudest voice in the room. The question now is not just what happened, but whether the damage is permanent. As ARMY watches closely, hoping for resolution, the truth remains buried beneath layers of emotion, pride, and unspoken words. Until then, Jin's somber face in Italy stands as a haunting reminder of a bond that may be unraveling in real time.